This is the GRECELL portable power station. Right away, just looking at it, the thing is kind of a beast. It's solid, pretty heavy in my hands, but the handles actually make carrying it not too much of a hassle. The design is all about functionality, with the case feeling durable enough to handle being moved around on camping trips or just stored in the garage for emergency backup. From my experience, I can tell you I was a little nervous at first, thinking about the tech side of it. If you've never messed around with power stations, it can seem a bit much, but honestly, this one makes a lot of sense once you look at the labels and buttons. I found the LCD screen super helpful. It's large, well lit, and tells you everything you'd want to know at a glance, like how much juice you have left, what you're using, and even the charging status. When it comes to key features that actually matter, I'm talking about a massive battery inside, 1843 watt-hours, and an AC converter that'll deliver up to 2400 watts of continuous power with a big surge capacity of 4800 watts. Basically, it's built to handle way more than your phone or laptop charging. I put it to the test in pretty real-life situations. As someone who enjoys both camping and being prepared for the unexpected, I wanted to know if it could realistically keep things going in a power outage, or whether it would hold up at a campsite with gear that needs more power. Out of the box, the GRECELL comes with everything you need to get started, including charging cables, an Anderson cable for DC connections, an AC wall charger, a car charger, and a simple manual. I like how there's even a little bag for the cables so you're not losing anything when you pack up. The power station itself has 4 SE outlets, 2 big USB-C PD 100 ports, 2 DC outputs, QC 3.0 USB ports, and even a car charging spot. As someone who tends to run a bunch of devices at once, think phones, iPads, small fans, camera equipment, being able to plug in so much stuff at the same time is actually a relief. Let's talk about the UPS function, because this is something people who aren't techie but care about home safety should know. UPS stands for uninterruptible power supply, and what it means here is if you've got, let's say, a fridge or computer plugged in, and if you connect this station to the wall, if your house loses power, the GRECELL automatically switches to its battery. In my situation, that made a difference. We had a storm roll through while camping in Florida, and the power on the site went down for a few hours. Rather than losing everything in the fridge or scrambling in the dark, I just flipped this on and let it do its job. There was no hiccup and nothing shut off, which was a relief. If you're considering something for outdoor life, like for the RV, I used it to test things like an air pump for bikes, a microwave, and even the air conditioner in the camper. No sweat. It handled each appliance without tripping, though the AC will drain your battery faster. Watching the display tick down in real time is eye-opening. It shows how much time you've got left based on how much energy you're drawing. For a microwave or fridge, you can rely on it to see you through several hours of use. Easy. For high wattage items like an air conditioner, you get less runtime, but I found this was still enough for those super hot afternoon breaks. One thing people ask me is about charging speed, and I'd say this is where the GRECELL really steps it up. Plugged into the wall at home, it charges fast. I clocked a full charge in under 2 hours. You can also pair it with solar panels, which you have to buy separately, just a heads up. And the brand says an 800-watt solar setup could bring it to full in just about 3 to 4 hours of strong sun. I only had lower power panels, but I noticed the MPPT tech, maximum power point tracking, which is just a fancy way to say higher efficiency with solar charging, did seem to charge it noticeably faster than some other battery packs I've had. And if you're just topping it up in the car, it'll take a while, but it's great that the option's there. Now the battery they use is LiFePO4, which stands for lithium iron phosphate. The main thing for me, as someone who values safety, is this chemistry is a lot less likely to overheat or have issues compared to cheap lithium-ion batteries. The brand claims over 3,500 recharge cycles, which means that if you top this thing up and drain it basically every day, it'll last for years before noticing any real drop-off in capacity. That's huge if you want something for peace of mind in emergencies, or if you're investing in it as a regular outdoor power source. A common worry with portable power stations is weight, so I need to mention that it's not exactly light. Mine weighs in around 55 pounds. I wouldn't want to hike with it, but for RVs, cars, or even wheeling it out on the patio or in the garage, it makes sense. The sturdy handles help a ton. The fan is quiet, and in use it's so much more pleasant than a gas generator. No fumes, no noise. If you've ever run a gas generator near your tent or in your house, you know how big a plus that is. I tried charging and powering devices at the same time, and not one issue. You don't need to worry about shutting off outputs just because you're topping up the battery itself. I did notice that when charging an iPad using both AC and DC outputs, the DC port seemed more efficient. When charging from the USB-C, the display showed higher efficiency and longer overall runtime, which helps if you're trying to stretch things out. One thing I was curious about, and maybe something to consider, is that the solar panels aren't included. It's not a huge deal, but it is an extra investment. The price overall is definitely at the higher end for portable power stations this size, but I would say with what you get, the high output, the ups, and the long life battery, it's a solid purchase for those who need real capability, not just a little backup for a phone. In my opinion, it's perfect for home power outages, camping, tailgates, or even using in a yard or work site if you're running power tools. For anyone who's lived through extended blackouts or likes being comfortable off-grid, this is a real solution to keep things up and running. I'd recommend this for anyone who wants a reliable, safe battery backup. Not just campers, but also people with CPAP machines or those who need to keep their fridge running without missing a beat. From my experience, the real peace of mind comes from knowing you can run pretty much anything you need and not having to worry about noise or dangerous emissions indoors. The LCD gives you a sense of control. No guessing if you've got enough battery left. The ports are well laid out, the shell is tough, and there are little touches like rubber feet to keep it from sliding around wherever you set it. In conclusion, the GRECELL Portable Power Station 2400 watt has become what I reach for anytime I'm packing for a trip or want backup power at home. It's bigger and heavier than small power banks, but if you need something that's going to keep the fridge, microwave, power tools, or medical gear going through a storm, or you want to have a really comfortable outdoor setup, this is worth considering. It's not just about what it can power, it's also the confidence you get knowing you're covered for emergencies or just making life easier away from the grid. You can view detailed information about the GRECELL Portable Power Station in the comment section. Thank you for watching.